It's Juvenis.
Viewers, you are welcomed to the African Voice Organization. My name is Chief Mrs. Adobe White. I will be anchoring this program from today for every Saturday. I have come to write about the black man, his destiny, his slave mentality, and his wickedness, which has destroyed the African, the black man, from the origin of creation. I didn't go to secondary school. My highest level of education is primary school. And from my youth, from my childhood, I've followed the events in Nigeria. My highest, longest travel outside Nigeria was to Ghana in 1986, and to South Africa, 2004 and 2005, for medical treatment. I've never been to Europe, I've never been to America. No secondary school, no university level. I am a self-educated woman. At the initial stage, I was ashamed to tell people that I didn't go to secondary school and I'm a self-educated woman. Until the year I read from the newspapers that there was going to be a meeting of Nigerian authors at the home of late Bola Ige, the former Attorney General of the Federation. And in that report, it was stated that one of the authors who was attending that meeting was an American self-educated woman. It was from that day my shyness of my not going to secondary school disappeared. It was from that day I started telling people that my highest level of education is primary school. Standard 6, we called it in those days. And it was from that day I really picked up the courage to act, to follow up the events in Nigeria. I have followed up the events in Nigeria from my childhood. I was born in Ndoni in May 1937. As I'm speaking to you, I am 79 years plus. Having noticed, observed, watched events in Nigeria, and reading and hearing about events in the whole Africa, I've become a woman of lamentations. I am lamenting over the destiny, the slave mentality, and the wickedness of the black man. I've followed up, as I said, from my childhood, but at a stage, I developed the habit of reading. And it is through the habit of reading. In those days, we had magazines. I worked as a pupil teacher. I worked in Kingsway stores among the whites. In 1961, then the whites were still in control. I left Ndoni to Jos, from Jos to Lagos, and followed up the development that the white man left for in Africa through my experiences from Jos to Lagos. I saw the beauty of the white man's development in Nigeria. and I followed up. Beautiful departmental stores, beautiful houses. Water, we didn't lack water. We had the Lagos Water Works, that the Lagos Water Works laid pipe along the streets of Lagos. When you build your house, you connect your water into your house. We didn't have power failure. We have the Nigerian electricity, ECN. You get up in the morning, anytime you have light. It was when the white man left, from 1972, we started having General Gowon promulgated the indigenization decree of 1972. It was from then I observed that all those structures the white man left for us had started to wear away, to diminish. And from there, I really started feeling bad, and I started to follow up. As we all know, we went into military regime. And in this military regime, I started following up. I used to discuss with my neighbors about the state of affairs in Nigeria. At first, we thought the military men had come to give us hope. But from one military leader, from one coup to another, from one military leader to another, I started seeing that Nigeria started to deteriorate. Then from there, military rule of about 21 years to 1999. We now got into our fourth republic. Every time, I was always thinking it will soon be better. Nigeria will soon be better. This leader will come and make Nigeria better. My dear brothers and sisters, it is a pity. So from then, I started to document, and documented my first two books. The Abuse of the Nigerian Child and The Plight of the Nigerian Woman. This is where I started my lamentations over the destiny of the black man. From there now, I have gone further to document this. How Africans vandalize Africa, focusing Nigeria. And in this book, I have lamented the destiny, the slave mentality, and the wickedness of the black man. Today we say we are suffering from recession. Why must we suffer from recession? So after having introduced myself, I've told you how far I have come in this research of the black man's destiny, his slave mentality, and wickedness. I think I should start today with prayer. We have to pray. We need to pray. I'm calling all the children of Africa to arise and let us call on our God. For we have sinned and come short of his glory. In the early 60s and 70s, I used to read the Daily Times newspaper. And there was a columnist, Wole Falodun. Wole Falodun must have been passing through the burden I am passing today, lamenting the destiny of the black man. So in that column, it was Waka About column. And this man used to write funny articles I used to enjoy. But one day, I picked up the Daily Times, and I started to read. Wole Falodun started to talk about the creation. The first day, God created this. The second day, God created that. I said, this man, is he preaching sermon today? Then Wole Falodun continued to the seventh day, that God decided to rest. And as God decided to rest, Satan came and told God, you have finished your creation. You have not created my own man. Then God created a black man for Satan. Falodun said that when God finished creating the black man, he started to say, let there be light. And Satan was saying, let there be darkness. Whereas when he finished creating the white man, he said, let there be light. And there was light. But as Satan continued to challenge God after creating the black man, that let there be darkness, that God ended creating the man with ears but cannot hear, with eyes but cannot see. Whenever I am lamenting over the destiny, slave mentality, and wickedness of the black man, I remember Falodun's words. When he said it, we all joked about it. When he said it, we all laughed about it. But today, I call Wole Falodun a prophet. A prophet. Wole Falodun prophesied to Nigerians this recession we are today. Nigerians have ruled Nigeria like people with eyes but cannot see. Nigerians have ruled Nigeria like people with ears but cannot hear. We started selling our brothers in the ancient time, before the white man came. We were selling our brothers, 20 human beings we exchanged with one horse before the white man came. We castrated the strong ones among the slaves and made them eunuchs so that they could take charge of the harems. And out of 100 of those men, only 10 survived the black man. The black man was killing twins. I am a mother of twins. Assuming the white man did not come, my twins would have been killed. My father-in-law had a set, 3 sets of twins, six children, 3 boys and 3 girls. If the white man did not come, my father-in-law's 6 children would have been killed because of the wickedness of the black man. What I am now lamenting in this present book, which I started from the first 2 books, is the destiny of the black man. How now? How do we go about it? I'm talking, I've mentioned Wole Falodun's views to prove to you that this crusade I have started is not an easy one. Because the black man you are talking to, is he ready to hear? The black man you are talking to, is he ready to see? This book that I have written, is it more than all the books that I've been reading that are circulating in Africa? No. I've written 5 main books and 3 story books. All the books that are circulating in Africa, all the universities we have built in Africa, where are the graduates? All our graduates running the presidency, running the National Assembly, running the ministries, running the states, running the local governments. What have they learned in the universities? Does it mean that black man only goes to the university to learn how to forge papers and steal government money? At the early stage of independence, our politicians will steal our money, take abroad to go and bank in overseas banks, come back to Ikeja Airport, and when the pressmen will meet them, they will start to abuse the white man, neo-colonialism, imperialism, abusing the white man. And he has stolen his country's money to go and dash the white man. The white men came and colonized us. They met us in slavery, and they started buying us. And we started raiding our brothers and sisters and selling to the white man. Rome colonized Britain. Britain colonized America. Asian countries were colonized. No nation sold their people to the colonialists like Africa. And in this book, I have shown pictures of racism. I've spoken about racism, but what I'm now talking about, are we still not in slavery under the black man, under black leadership? I've written in this book that our politicians have only pursued the whites to go, and they took over. to be slave masters on the masses. So today in Africa, our political leaders are the slave masters, and the masses are the slaves. And that is what has been happening. All our leaders enter the presidency, the National Assembly, the states, the governors, the ministers, the local government chairman, they all steal our money. And then they call it corruption. I call it stealing. Stealing. At the initial stage when they started, our people in the villages were laughing. When they hear that their son or daughter still in the office and has been held by the police, they will laugh over and say, now Oyibo stealing. So it is that Oyibo stealing now the black man has done in the whole of Africa, liquidating Africa, and now we have now ended up into second colonization under China. If the Chinese had liquidated what they inherited from their ancestors, can we go to them now to start to beg? It is a very big shame.
Juvenis is published bi-monthly by Peanuts Communications Limited. For enquiries, event coverage or advert placement, call 0803 360 8271, 0805 787 1199, 0702 811 3638 or 0808 152 4499 or visit www.juvenis.peanuts.net. Juvenis Magazine, inspiring the young at heart.